Good afternoon, this is the world news on HIM FM 97.3. I am SHAQEEROH AKINYEMI. First, the headlines. Court says November 13 hearing Abuja market disputes. On foreign scene, France ex-president Sarkozy leaves home for prison. On sports, Edric set for Real Madrid loan move in January. On entertainment, teenager becomes Nigeria vice president for a day. The details of the headlines are more in a moment. The Federal Capital Territory High Court, sitting in Maitama, Abuja, has fixed November 13, 2025 for the hearing of ongoing disputes over the Apple resettlement market scheme. The matter, which was scheduled for today, was still due to the absence of the presiding judge, Justice Yusuf Alilu, was attending workshop at the National Judicial Institute. Alternatively, they were asking for an order directing the Inspector General of Police, the FCT Commissioner of Police, and the Director General of the Department of the State Service to sell the property to preserve the suspect matter and ensure compliance with the court order. In supporting affidavits, Tech and Constructed alleged that despite the serving of the passing and the April 15 order at the construction site, the claimant removed the post order to erase all related marketing force before resuming construction in open devenance injunction. The company held that unless the court imposes sanction in order to risk being treated with the contempt and the authority undermined. Tech and Constructed has earlier informed the court that a joint venture agreement existed between the Manila Integrated Partner Limited under the Tech and Concrete served as the financial co-developer and the sole marketers while Manila acted as the developer. The company accused Manila and the associates of breaching the agreements by unilaterally continuing the market development and subsequently initiating a suit to evade accountability. In the April 15 ruling, Justice Alilu affirmed that the validity of the joint venture agreement holding the Tech and the Concrete, he demonstrated significant legal interest and was entitled to protection under the law. He granted the interlocutory injunction in the interest of justice and fair play. Following the ruling, Musari and the security official visited the site to enforce the court order by posting copies of the injunction and informing workers to case operation. Musari stated that his actions were guided by respect for the rule of law and commitment to ensuring compliance with judicial directives by all parties. On foreign scene, France ex-president Nicolas Sarkozy left home today to head to jail after found guilty of seeking and acquiring Libyan funding for his 27 presidential runs. He walked out of his home hand-in-hand with his single wife, Carla Bruni, who has left his car escorted by police on motorbikes. Sarkozy France right wing leads from 2007 to 2012, and he is to become the first former head of EU country to serve time behind bars. He was handed a 5-year jail term in September for criminal conspiracy over a plan of late Libyan director Muammar Gaddafi to fund his electoral campaign. The 70-year-old, who has appealed to verdicts and denounced injustice, is to be incarcerated in the Lanceter prison in Paris. Presiding Judge Nathalie Gavril said during a statement that his offender was exceptional gravity and therefore ordered Sarkozy to be jailed even if he failed the appeal. But Sarkozy's lawyers are expected to request his release as soon as they set foot into jail, and the appeal court was 2 months to be examining it. Sarkozy has faced a flurry of illegal work since losing re-election in 2012. He has been convicted in 2 separate trials. In one, he served a crafty sentence with his electronic ankle tag, which was removed after several months in May. On sports, Real Madrid winger Edric is expected to leave Real Madrid on a loan during January transfer window, with discussion already underway between the club and potential suitors. According to the post by Fabrizio Romano, exposed on today, Edric expected to leave Real Madrid on a low January. Real Madrid secured his signing in the late 2022 with the agreement that he will join the club after turning 18 in line with FIFA regulations. However, joined Real Madrid in July 2024, stepping into one of the most competitive accounting lineups in Europe. Since then, Edric has seen limited game time, largely playing behind established stars like Vinicius Jr. Rodrigo. Punch Online report that the Frederick makes a lasting impression on his Real Madrid debut, scoring a stoppage time goal to seal 3-0 wins over Ballon d'Or in August 2024. On entertainment, a teenager Joy Oga symbolically took over the seat of Vice President Kasim Shettima for Hide, using the platform to advocate passionately for the rights and education of girls across Nigeria. In a statement issued by the Office of the Vice President today, the symbolic handover took place during a meeting on Monday between Vice President Shettima and the delegation of Pilan International, led by the Helen Mufro Indogan, Director of Program Quality and Innovation. From the Vice President chair, Oga highlighted the challenges facing girls in the country, noting that over 10.5 million children remain out of school, more than 60% of whom are girls. Oga also called the government to provide free sanitary products in school and to ensure access to clean water, sanitation, and proper nutrition for all children. She stressed that every girl deserves a classroom, a choice, dignity, and not silence. Shettima also held the occasion reaffirmed President Bola Tinubu's commitment to advancing girls' child education and inclusive learning nationwide. Before we end the world news on HIM 97.3 FM, here is the quick recap of the headlines. Court sets November 13 hearing for Abuja market disputes. France ex-president Sarkozy leaves home for prison. On sports, Hendrick sets for Real Madrid loan move in January. On entertainment, teenager becomes Nigeria vice president for Hide. That's the world news on HIM 97.3.